Hey guys, it's Lexi, and even though I'm Canadian, I still celebrate American Thanksgiving because that's where currently my family lives right now. So I actually get 3 Thanksgiving this year because I had Canadian Thanksgiving back in October. I did a Friendsgiving with my people in my program just last week, and then I get American Thanksgiving. So I am just living it up with the Thanksgiving dinners, and then there's Christmas dinner, which is turkey. So I'll get like 4 turkey meals this last part of the month or the last part of the year. So I'm really excited. So even though I kind of celebrate both Canadian and American Thanksgiving, I thought I would just do this video at American Thanksgiving just because we do get this weekend off, so it feels like more of a, I don't know, it feels like more of Thanksgiving just because that's what everyone around me doing. But yeah, so this video I'm going to explain, kind of telling you my top 5 books that I'm most thankful for. So for these ones, they kind of span I don't know, books that I've recently read and books that I read when I was younger. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first book is actually a series, and it is the Rizzoli Isles series by Tess Gerritsen, and this was a book series that I started reading in grade 10. I remember I would read the book for the course of the week, and every Friday my mom would pick me up for school and we'd walk into town and go to the bookstore and get the next book in the series. And this book series means so much to me. I think I started reading them when there was a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. I had some health issues going on, and these books were something that I could escape to and just I don't know. So whenever I think about, they kind of got me through that hard time in my life. Yeah, that's why I think they mean so much to me, is just because even though there was so much kind of bad stuff going on, I had those books to kind of fall back on. So whenever I kind of, the new one will be coming out, I think sometime early in 2017. So I always get excited because it always, it feels like home, just kind of reading those characters and just kind of immersing myself in that world, because those books meant so much to me during that time because there was so much going on. So yeah, I really want to kind of go back and reread them, just kind of get that feeling. Yeah, so they mean so much to me. I can't even express, but I don't know. It was just, I was very lucky to have kind of discovered that book series when I did, because it helped me out so much. So next, these are 2 books that I've read within last year and then kind of this year, and they kind of follow the same theme, so I thought I'd just throw them into one. And it is Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein and The Nightingale by Kristin. And these 2 books, I love World War II historical fiction, but they kind of revolve around the women's perspective during World War II, which is not something that really gets shown kind of just in history class, because it's always told from the male's perspective. So these books, they talk about friendships that women have, either if it's between sisters or kind of just best friends, and these books move me so much. I can't even express it. I'm sure, I know The Nightingale, I read it right when it came out, so the hype around this wasn't as big as it is now. So I'm excited to see that so many people have read it and loved it. So these 2 books, I've never been moved by 2 books as much as these ones. I cried so hard, but I think, I don't know, they just meant so much to me. Just kind of friendship, and how all these things can be going on in your life, but you'll always have friends or family to rely on, and just having that female bond, that friendship. And I don't know, it's just something really special about these books. So yeah. So these next books is also a series, and it is Gallagher Girls series by Ali Carter, and this was my equivalent of Harry Potter, because I did not read Harry Potter until all the books were out when I was going into grade 9. So I was I never really grew up with Harry Potter. I did later on, I love Harry Potter, but I never grew up with that, so I never get that nostalgia or just waiting for the new book to come out, because I was never a part of that this fandom until much later on. I think it was between the 5th and 6th movie that we actually started reading it. So yeah, this was my equivalent, because I was reading them in middle school, I think, is when I started reading them, and then I would always get the next book, get excited when the next book would be coming out and all that. And I think I read it all the way up until I was in my first year of university, just how the books were released. So yeah, like that was my equivalent of Harry Potter, just like the excitement of the new book coming out, and just like how these characters in this world stayed with me for so long, like how I've changed since like grade 7 or grade 6 all the way till my first year of university. So that was like, this was the book I kind of, like this book series was the one that I kind of grew up with in a sense, just because it stayed with me for so long. So like this was my equivalent of Harry Potter. Like even though Harry Potter means so much to me, this series like will always have that feeling that like I don't have really with any other book. So next is also a kind of another book that kind of resonated with me, that really stuck with me, and it is Firefly Lane by Kristin. This is a book that I read maybe 2 years ago, coming up to 2 years, and it follows two friends over, and it's like their friendship over the course of 3 decades, and just like how everything like how things change when people grow, and like how friendships and relationships change during this time. And it was, I don't know, I really enjoyed kind of seeing from how like relationships change, and there's always bumps in the road, and it just meant a lot to me because I don't know, like I kind of saw it as a relationship that I have with my brother and sister. Like I've moved around a lot when I was younger, so I've never like had relationships with people that I've had for my entire life. That's always been my family. So I kind of saw this as this, and how like, you know, like so many things can be going on, but like you might have a falling out, but like at the end of the day you're still friends. And I really like that, just kind of the message in there of friendship and all that, because it meant a lot to me, because it's like you would have all these crazy things going on, but at the end of the day you will always have your friends and your family there with you. And lastly is another series that kind of I read when I was younger, I think in grade 3 I think it was, and it was the Spiderwick Chronicles. And I don't know, I was so excited about these books when I was younger. I think I started reading them in grade 3, grade 4, and I just loved them. I would reread them, and it was something like my brother and my sister and I would always read, and we'd always talk about and everything. So I was really excited with these, like this series as a whole. I remember in grade 6 we had to dress up as one of our favorite characters from a book and do like a report on it. So I dressed up as Mallory from Spiderwick. So I even got like the spray, like hair dye to dye my hair black and all that. So yeah, I don't know, it just meant a lot to me, because that was like that was one of the book series that kind of kick-started my love for reading when I was younger, and I will never forget that. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your books that you're thankful for, and just like what they mean to you. I think that's like really special. That's what I love about like art in particular, like books and music, and like, even just like movies and TV shows, because they do like resonate with you. Like you do have an emotional connection, and I think that's just really amazing. Like they have a haunting effect. So yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. Have a good Thanksgiving for my American viewers, and yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.